Good morning. I'll be right there. We're starting. There you go, O. All right. Oscar's going to teach. Just kidding. Are you going to teach today? He thinks he's going to teach. All right. So, good morning. We are going to start. I guess he's not going to teach. We're going to start our first class working on shoulders and neck. I would grab a brick, okay? Or we've talked about anything that's about this long. Ooh, a Pringles can. That would work, except for it would roll a little bit. What else? Cookies. What would be really good is a graham cracker box, too. So find yourself getting a prop if you need it, brick if you've got it. I don't know that at this very instant we're going to need our straps. But grab whatever you got. And when you're ready, you're going to lie down. And I'm going to lie down too. Alrighty. So, taking a moment to get onto your mat, which sometimes is the hardest part of a practice. Take a couple of moments to get comfortable. Wiggling, finding the right spot on your mat and the right body shape for you. And I am going to take care of just a couple things. Okay, so continuing to get comfortable on your mat.
The person that made the body request is on.
Right on. All right, so if something doesn't feel good, my handy dandy partner in crime, Clay, is there to help with any questions or any things that need to be taken care of. Getting comfy on your mat. Find yourself reaching out. Put your arms by your sides. Legs can be out straight or bend the knees for a little ease in the back. And just let your fingertips soften. Let the shoulders drop down towards the earth. And then take a few deep breaths. We're going to start by breathing in deeply through the nose. And then out the mouth. And continue to do that for a few more times. Inhaling through the nose. And out the mouth. 2 or 3 more times. One more good inhale. And exhale. And then just let the breath flow naturally, not trying to control it, just breathing in and out through the nose. Body relaxing. And then before focusing on breath work, take a moment to scan your body, starting at the top of the head and just scanning down to the tips of your toes, seeing what your body's up to today. If there's any areas that might need attention, if there's, thought process going on, just becoming aware of our internal physical and mental dialogue. Few more breaths here, please. Still scanning, checking in. Then when you're ready, start to deepen the breath. So as you inhale, the belly rises. And then exhale, belly sinks. Feel free to put a hand on the belly for feedback, or a brick, or a book, or that Pringles can I was talking about. So if you're a female, take that right hand on top of the belly, others left hand on top of the belly. And I'm doing that because of reproductive organs. The female reproductive organs are yin, and your right hand is yang, so you're balancing out that yin yang. And opposite of that, your male reproductive organs are yang, and so you put your yin left hand on top, so you have that balance of energy. And then really feel whatever, if you've got feedback on the belly, rise. It's kind of like it's riding a wave, and your breath is the wave. And then start to lengthen the breath. And we're going to do, 4 to 5 counts on an inhale and twice as long on that exhale. Just really getting rid of all that excess stress, junk, whatever you want to refer to it as, out. So exhaling, everybody. Then inhaling. Nice and slow. And then exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhaling again. And exhaling. Taking your time. And a few more rounds, your counts. I'll be quiet. One more round, please. And then just let the breath flow in and out through the nose, not controlling. Giving it its own, let it take its own rhythm. And then bend your knees, place your feet on the floor and pause. Come back to the breath and just observe. Okay, really stop controlling, which is hard, especially when somebody tells you not to, you're gonna. Few moments here. And then reach your arms out straight, okay, like a T, and see that your wrists line up with your elbows, line up with your shoulders on both sides. From here, you're gonna bend, keeping the back of the hand on the ground. You're gonna bend the elbow, right? So you're coming into now a 90-degree angle. Goalposts. And I just want you to pause right here and try to get the back of the hands on the ground without really bending the wrists or flexing. Bring your ribs in. Tuck the chin slightly. And just a few breaths here. And as you breathe, are you popping your chest? Still controlling the length of the depth, but controlling the ribs. So instead of popping that chest like I'm doing now, I'm pulling the ribs in and actually finding my pelvis in neutral and pulling the upper spine, the thoracic spine towards the earth. One more breath here, keeping that chin tucked. Then as you inhale, you're going to bring the forearms up, tops of the fingertips towards the ceiling, and then you're going to scoop them all the way down. I'm not going to do this on my right side. I'm going to do it on my left so you can see. You're going to scoop the arms all the way down, right? So the palms are on the ground. As you exhale, elbows still in the floor, shoulders reaching down. Exhaling, hand comes back to that start position, back of the hand on the earth. Inhale, right? Hand palm to the floor, really rounding a little bit. Exhale, palm up. So we're just starting to move your breath, inhaling, palm down. We're just starting to get that shoulder moving a little bit. And we're going to do this a few more times. So your inhales, palm down. Exhales, palm up. And do the best you can to get that full range of motion with the palm down. So you will notice I can't do that because I have wonky shoulders. We're doing so don't judge yourself, right? Just feel it. So I know if I go any further here, I have to start to lift my chest, and I don't want to right now. And then one more exhale, palm up. And then we're going to add a little something. So coming back to your goalposts, as you inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. As you inhale, lift your chin. Now your ribs are going to pop. Take the palm to the ground, just like we were doing. Exhale, tuck the chin, palm to the ceiling. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Really opening up the throat. Exhale, tuck. A few more times. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Take the hands by your sides. Roll to whatever side feels good, and I want you to push yourself up to a seated, still playing with opening up our neck and the shoulder girdle, get everything flowing. Sitting comfortably, feel free to sit on a brick or a bolster so that you are comfortable and your knees are trying to get a little lower than your hips. Okay. Place both fingertips on your thighs, and then find yourself dropping down into the pelvis as you reach the spine long. And then find the ribs dropping a bit so we're not popping. So take your right ear to your right shoulder. And by doing this, I don't mean moving anything but just shifting in that skull, right? And then this left hand of yours can reach out and hover over the earth if it feels good. And reach the fingertips of that left hand long. And then check back in. Have your ribs collapsed on the right side, or are you still tall? So the only thing we're doing is articulating through the neck. And just pause. One more good breath, if you would. And as on the next exhale, chin tilted in the same way, or the head tilted in the same way, you're just going to rotate and look down towards that right knee. So the change in the stretch should come towards a little farther back in the neck. Hands can still be, that left hand still can be reaching out. Or if it's too intense, put the hand back on the thigh. If you've chosen to lift the hand, feel the fingertips reach in a just away from you, that left hand. Check in on those right ribs, making sure they haven't collapsed. And a few more breaths here. So I want to play with something. If your fingertips are reaching out, rotate the left arm towards the sky from the upper arm. And then let that head stay the same. Notice for me, I feel this a lot in my biceps at the same time. If this feels okay for you, 3 or 4 breaths here. If not, go back to where you were, okay? Take both hands and be sure they're on your thigh, and then roll the chin to the center of your chest. Lengthen through the spine, dropping the ribs. And pause. So you should feel a nice stretch back of the neck, maybe a little bit in the upper back. Take your fingertips and place them on your forehead, thumbs are on your chins, and you're going to and pull the ribs in. Not the ribs, the elbows. And pause. Let your head get really heavy. So the intention here is to take the stress out of the neck. Inhale, lift the head. Palms come back to the thigh. This time, this left ear comes right to the left shoulder. Pause here, check in on sensation. Okay. Make sure you haven't collapsed into that left side, and then reach the right arm long. If this hovering does not feel good, you can bring the arm down to the side or on your thigh. And just pause here. Nice, easy breaths in and out through the nose. Remember, you can still reach that arm out if you want. Today's a definitely do as I say, not as a do day. A little bit longer right here. Make sure those ribs are nice and long so you haven't collapsed, but they're not popping. Now, we're going to look towards that left knee and notice how the sensation changes in the neck. And then feel free to experiment with reaching the arms out. We're not externally rotating yet. You're just reaching the arms out. And where did the sensation change? Check it out. Just a few breaths here. Now, if your arm is outreaching, rotate from the top of the arm so the palms reach up towards the sky. And then find that length or that angle in the arm that allows you to maybe tap in a little bit into the bicep as well. Fingertips still spread. This should not hurt. Couple more breaths. Nice, easy. I take 3 inhales, exhales. On your next exhale, hands to the thighs, roll the chin down. Whew. Take fingertips onto the forehead, thumbs on your cheeks, and tuck the elbows. Intention here is to release any tension from your neck, so let that head grow heavy. And then on an inhale, lift the head. Exhale, release the arms. Nice. From here, if you're sitting on anything, get it out of your way. Okay. And then come into a tabletop. We're just gonna go briefly into a tabletop so we can actually get moving. In your tabletop, just to start with, make sure the wrists are underneath the shoulders and then walk your hands half a hand length and forward. Spread the fingers more. Tuck your toes and let's come into that first down dog. In your down dog, we're just gonna start working on the back body. So walk your dog, a little dynamic, so you don't need to hold each side very long, maybe a breath or two. One more walk on each side. And then straighten the legs and take the hip creases back. On an inhale, bend both knees, prepare. Exhale, front of your mat, forward fold. Forward fold, find the feet hip width apart. Hands can tuck into the elbow pits. And press firmly into the mat with a big toe, little toe, in the center of that heel. Pause. So really experience the spine length, the back of the legs. Breath is natural, in and out through the nose. One more good breath. Exhale, release the hands, bend the knees, and then inhale, roll up one vertebra at a time. Top of your inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, this left leg is going to step back. And I just want low lunge, nice and firm. And then this right arm, you're going to reach forward. And then rotating from just the thoracic, just the chest, open up. This right arm is up. So a lot of times this left hip wants to come with you. And when we do that, we're getting the lower back in. And my intention today is to open up the chest a bit. If you feel this is too much and really does let the hip come with you, I put the back of my palm against the back of my neck, lift up the left hip, and then just rotate a little bit to the right. Okay, so actually let's everybody try that. Come back to this low lunge. Sorry, guys. Long spine, strong in the legs, right palm to the back of the neck, forearm behind the head and tuck the chin. Right hip back. Left hip up, and then rotate. Pause. So everybody's going to have a different opening. Some people may be a lot more open than I am. So like I said, do as I say, not as I do. A couple of breaths. One more good breath. Nice. Exhale, release. Step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg steps back. Long, low lunge. Feel the spine grow long, lift the belly off the thigh. Reach the left arm long. Bend at the elbow, back of the hand, base of the neck, forearm against the back of the head. and then rotate. So not letting that left knee or hip come, or excuse me, right knee or hip come with you, and pause right here. Doesn't have to be big, but it needs to be comfortable. 2 more, maybe 3 more breaths. Exhale, hands come down, palming the floor. Inhale to your plank. Choose to flow or down dog. Take your time. Choose what's right for you. Next, inhale, right leg prepares. And then as you exhale, your right leg's gonna step in a low lunge. And I want you to come into our first Virabhadrasana 2. In your Virabhadrasana 2, you're gonna take this, so arms are gonna come out, right thumb drops, sweeps behind you and tries to wrap around the right, left hip. Left fingertips interlace around the right. And then drop that head again, right, to your left shoulder. So a different kind of stretch, because instead of reaching out the fingertips on this right side, we're drawing the shoulder back and wrapping. Long in the hips. Actually, let's try this. Inhale and then exhale, dip over a bit to the left. Keep that chin drop, or that ear dropping a little bit towards the shoulder. So instead of here, you're here. Hang out with it a couple of breaths. Strong back legs. One more breath, please. Nice. Then on an inhale, bring the arms up and then the head. Exhale, hands down, step to your down dog. Inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg low lunge. Inhale, find your Vira 2, right? Find the heel arch, knee ankle, arms out, left thumb drops, sweep that hand behind you, right? And then you're gonna interlace right here. So here we are with our interlace. And then take that right ear to the right shoulder, lift up and over, and enjoy. So instead of letting the shoulders round forward, feel those, the middle of your shoulder blades pull together to help the shoulders set. Stay here and relax. Couple more breaths, please. Try some really deep inhales, drawing the breath all the way up to the collarbone, and experience the sensation in the neck as you give that really nice inhale. One more breath. On an inhale, slowly bring the head up. Release the arms. Exhale, hands down on either side of your foot. Inhale, you're going to step to your plank. And then if you want to flow, flow. Otherwise, please, 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 just meet in a down dog. Nice and easy. On your next inhale, right leg prepares. And as you exhale, right leg's going to step in a low lunge. Walk your feet to the center of the mat in kind of a low squat. And then straighten the legs. Reach the arms behind you, interlace the fingertips and straighten the arms, and then draw those shoulder blades together. If this doesn't feel good, you're going to grab the elbows and still focus on drawing the shoulder blades together. So I'm really trying to get some space in the front of the shoulder. Nice long spine in that forward fold, press into the outside of the feet. If your palms are pressed together, fingers interlaced, feel free to really reach the knuckles towards the sky, but you gotta be pressing those palms. Couple more breaths. Stay here with me. Press the palms, reach the knuckles away from you. Press the palms, reach the knuckles. Release. Yeah, inhale, lift the chest. Walk your hands to the front of the mat, right toes come forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg, low lunge, right? Walk yourself to the center of the mat again. Straighten the legs. Try to line up the toes as best you can. Come into that hinge at the hip. Interlace the hands, and this time, we all have that natural interlace. Do the opposite interlace and press the palms. Reach the arms to the sky as best you can. So knuckles to the sky. Palms pressing. It's important that you keep the palms pressing together. Feel the shoulder, the front of the shoulder start to open. Anterior delt. If this hurts, don't lift the hands up. Keep them on your back. Palms still pressing, shoulder blades pulling together. You can also grab onto your elbows with your hands. Couple breaths, hanging out. One more good breath. Release your fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest. Walk your hands to the left, so you come to the front of your mat. Palm the floor. On your inhale, step to your plank. And as you exhale, either come to your down dog or go through your flow. And pause. We're going to try something I haven't done in like 10 years, so let's see if we can still do it. I have to figure out how to do it, so bear with me, okay? On an inhale, right leg prepares. As you exhale, right leg low lunge, come back into your Virabhadrasana 2. And I'm going to show you from the back, okay? So you're going to start with your arms out. Take your right hand and reach it out. Right hand, bend the elbow. Back of the hand is actually trying to reach underneath the left armpit. So if you notice, mine's not doing it. So I'm going to have my hand behind my neck. And then I'm going to tuck my chin. Okay, so here you are in your Vira 2. Tuck your chin, right, and press gently against the forearm. So my head's looking forward. You can drop that left arm if you want. So I'm really just tucking and pressing against the forearm. Elbow reaches up, shoulders. Like this right shoulder blade of mine is trying to drop into my left pocket. Stay here. One more good breath. Whew. Exhale, release. Hands come on either side of the foot. Come to your down dog. That was a nice little tricep yank. On the next inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg low lunge. Inhale, Vira 2 legs. Arms are going to come out in Vira 2. Left palm up. Reach that left arm up. Bend, and if you can, see if you can grab that right shoulder. And then tuck the chin. Press the head against the forearm. Head looks forward. Feel free to open that right palm to the sky. All right, for me right now, I don't want to reach it up because it doesn't feel good, so I'm just going to leave it by my side. But I'm really thinking about opening up through this tricep. So, ribs are in, chin tucked. A little bit of a traction, pressing the forearm against the back of the head, reaching the elbow up. Stay here. Couple more breaths. Really think about this length right through here. Inhale. back to Vera 2. Exhale, hands down. Inhale to a plank flow if you want, or go to your down dog. Check it out. Next, inhale, right leg prepares. And as you exhale, right leg low lunge. Inhale back to Vera 2. And then straighten this right leg. Okay. Take this right, both hands are out like Vera 2. Right palm, thumbs down. Wrap that hand again so it's wrapped around the hip. And then use your finger to open up. Okay. So by opening up, I mean taking the head of this right shoulder and really setting it so it's not dumping forward. From here, interlace the hands again. Inhale, arch back. Next, exhale, hinge at the hips. Come into your Vera 2, Trikonasana legs. Okay? So really feel the shoulder reach back. And then this left arm of yours is going to reach up and then over like you're swimming. Hang on. If this doesn't feel good on your right arm, come into that traditional Vera 2. Trikonasana, palm facing out. So see what feels best for you. A couple more breaths. Yeah, inhale, come back up. Bend into that right knee. Exhale, hands down, step to your down dog. Next, inhale, your left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg, low lunge. Inhale, Vera 2. From that Vera 2, arms, thumb down on the left hand, wrap that left arm. Straighten that left leg. And then reverse triangle briefly. And then inhale or exhale, feel yourself reach hips back, ribs parallel to the earth. Right? And then this right hand of yours can reach up. Turn the palm to the front of the mat and swim it over. And if you want to, this left hand now can either drop or stay wrapped. Listen to what feels good. If this doesn't feel good on the shoulder, this right arm, reach it up to take a little stretch out of it, or reach it all the way to your side. Listen to what your body needs. A few more breaths. One more breath, okay? Inhale back to Vera 2. Exhale, hands down. Woo. Inhale, plank, go through a flow or go to your down dog. On an inhale, your right leg is going to prepare, and as you exhale, right leg low lunge. Walk this left foot in so you can ground that left foot. Okay, set the shoulders, and then feel this right thigh bone reach back. So we're going to come into something right quick. Stay here. So I'm trying to lift my chest. If you've got bricks, try that so you can be parallel, to the ground, your chest. Press into the heel, especially that back foot. And really think about some nice length in the back of the thigh. You're going to stay here for 2 more breaths. And then exhale a bit deeper. Nice firm feet. Inhale back up on the fingertips, lifting the chest. Exhale, bend into the front knee, down dog. Inhale, left leg prepares. Exhale, left leg low lunge. Okay, walk that right foot up, straighten both legs, grounding the heels, right? So this is a little bit like a pyramid pose, or hieroglyphics you'd see in a pyramid pose, with the feet both facing forward, only very slightly staggered. And then long spine, lift up through the chest and press into the heels. Just starting to get some length in the back of the leg. One more breath. Maybe not. Now, on an exhale, come a bit deeper. Long spine. Top of the head now reaching for the floor. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend into that front leg, Inhale, plank. Exhale, floor down dog. Pausing once you get to your down dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Walk your hands back to your feet. Roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Okay, so I want to show you where our hands are going to go for this pyramid. So 2 options. I'm going to turn my back so you can see what I'm up to. So starting with your hands by your sides, you can either grasp the elbows and slowly pull them. And by pulling them, right, you're separating the shoulders. So as my hands are here, they're resisting having my elbows pull apart. If you have the mobility, you're going to take both hands to the center of the back of the shoulder blades, palms together, coming into a prayer. Okay? If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Right? And that's going to be hard on your wrist too. So listen to what your body wants. Deal? Okay, so from the front of your mat, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Down dog. So coming into the Sphinx. Inhale, or pyramid. Inhale, right leg prepares. Exhale, right leg, low lunge. Walk this left leg in. Okay, and this time we're going to come all the way up to standing. So here we are standing, toes forward, nose forward. Hands are going to be by your sides. Take your hands and see if you can bring them into that prayer, right? So it can be lower, but the palms should be pressing together. And then try not to pop your ribs. From here, press into the feet, lift the quadriceps, hinge at the hips, and slowly come into the pyramid fold. Long spine, press into that back leg, right? We're really fighting some gravity here. If you feel unstable, you're going to take this left leg wider, okay? Widening your chest. If this bugs your shoulders, grab onto the elbows. Feel that front of the shoulder pull back and open. And if this isn't an option, that's okay. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Okay? My intention is to open the front of the shoulders, but if that's not where it's at, don't. Neck is relaxed. Stay here. Inhale, bend into that front knee. Step to plank, and then as you exhale, everybody come onto their belly. On your belly, interlace your hands behind you and press the palms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Reach the knuckles towards your heels. Press the hips and toenails on the floor and lift the chest. Right? Couple of breaths here. Feel the heads of the shoulders reach back. One more breath. Exhale, release. Press on up. Either go through your flow or gently come into your down dog. Release any tension in your neck. On an inhale, left leg prepares. And as you exhale, left leg low lunge. Walk that right foot in, toes facing forward, feet hip width apart, and come to standing. Pause for a moment, and then choose where you want the arms. Grab the elbows, or go a little bit deeper into the reverse prayer. So once you've got your hands, press into your feet and become tall. Check your balance. If it's not where you want it to be, take that right foot wider, okay, towards the outside of your mat. And then hinge at the hips. Long spine. Shoulders want it done, pull them back. And a nice pyramid. Press into that back heel. Lift the thighs, the quadriceps. Stay here. Chin's in neutral, let the head hang. And remember, if this doesn't feel good, fingertips can come to the floor. Almost there. On an inhale, lift up, bend into that front knee. Exhale, pound the floor, come onto your belly. On your belly, toenails and hips in the floor this time. Interlace opposite hands, palms together. Reach for your heels, and then imagine that you're just being pulled by the knuckles as the chest lifts up. Your head's in neutral, so imagine you're reading a book on your mat. Stay here, really engaging the glutes and the core. Don't go anywhere. Nice, and then release. Palming the floor, press yourself back to your child's pose. Palms are gonna come by your sides. Palms up, arms by your sides. Pause. Lift your chest, take your knees hip width apart, and then come back into that child's pose. So you're sitting with your heels on your bum. So my elbows are now going to come up to my knees. So I'm shoving my elbows into my knees. My shoulders now set. So instead of, just going along for the ride, lengthen the spine and pull the blades together. Palms are up. And then inhale, open. So I'm basically, elbows stay where they are, and I'm taking my hands apart from each other. And in doing so, you're going to feel your shoulder blades nice on your back. Pause here, palms still up. Inhale, come back to center. Head's in neutral. Shove the elbows against the knees. Open the arms. Forearms and back of hands on the floor. Inhale, come back. Take them open again. And I want you to do this a few times. Pausing for 3 counts. Open. Exhaling neutral. And then open. Feel the blades. Neutral. And then open. Neutral. Come back to your child's pose. We're going to have a quick stretch. Inhale, roll yourself up. Reach your legs out in front of you. And open up at about 45 degrees. Actually, we did a lot of that. Yeah, actually, those will work. Take the right heel to your center. So it's towards your groin, but not in your groin. Left toe and knee comes up, and then walk yourself out long. So long spine. Feel free to do what I'm doing. I'm grabbing my left hands, grabbing my left toes. Drop your hips. Reach the creases back. Let the shoulders relax. Turn your palms to the sky if you're just relaxing so that we're not rounding through those shoulders. Head is in neutral. Feel free to walk your arms out in front of you. Turn your palms up. Walk yourself up. Switch sides. So left heel towards the groin, but not in the groin. Right leg out. If you need to, find something to support that knee or take the heel a little farther away from your groin. And then hinge, walk forward. Only go as far as feels good. And remember, palms can be up, forearms can be in the ground, but I invite you to keep the palms from facing down because that rounds through those shoulders. And we just did a really lot of cool stuff with them. Couple of breaths. Inhale, come on back up. Reach both legs out in front of you again. Cross your left leg on top of your right, and then bend the left leg so that this left heel now goes towards the outside of your cheek. You can choose to stay here in sitting long, but if you've got mobility in that right leg and hip, bend that right knee, and then come to seated on each side of the heels. So you've got your knees stacked, okay? Inhale, length. Exhale, walk yourself forward. And if you want a bigger stretch on the outside of that left side body, walk yourself to the right. And really reach the hip creases back and drop that left hip. We're going to hang out for a few breaths. Certainly is beautiful outside, that's for sure. Inhale, come on back up. Straighten both legs, opposite knee on top, choosing the depth that was the same as the previous leg, right? Bottom leg could stay straight if you wanted to. Long spine. Walk yourself forward. And remember, if you want a bigger stretch on the outside of that right glute, come a little bit to your right. Couple of breaths here, please. Inhale, walk up. Straighten the legs. And then bend your knees and roll yourself down onto your mat. Oh, wow, that was a pop. So feet is wide. Actually, hug your feet in, or your knees in, excuse me. Open your arms like a T, and then take both knees over to your left. Pausing here, turn your head to the right, and let it grow heavy, okay? If that doesn't feel good, come back to neutral. The intention here is really just to release the spine. Nice, easy breaths. Next inhale, we're gonna bring the knees back up, tuck them back in, okay? And then arms out like a T, come into that twist again. Head can turn to the left if you'd like it to. And just stay here. Neutral's just as good. The intention here is really, like I said, to just wring out the spine. Let the breath grow deep and easy. You can actually start controlling it now, just really expanding, the ribs. Inhale, bring the knees back to center. Square the hips. And then feel free to come into a happy baby if that would feel good, or just come into that Shavasana. In your Shavasana, before really dropping into it, pause and scan the body again. Take a moment to just to observe what the body feels like, what your emotions are right now. And then when you're ready, come into your Shavasana. Stay in that Shavasana as long as you would like. I will either be here in 2 minutes to see you or tomorrow morning for yin. Thank you so much. Namaste.